Hi, I'm Chris.
I'm Dan.
We're two guys.
One beer, and of course our guest, Justin Morrow. How you doing, Justin?
What's up, guys? How are we doing tonight?
Welcome
We're
to the
doing
show,
well.
Justin.
Thank you.
We decided to get together and chat with you and have a beer. How's that sound to you?
It sounds good. I know it's been a long time coming. You guys finally chased me down. It only took a pandemic to get me to get me here.
You're a busy.
We really wanted to do this in person. Like it was there was a delay in even the pandemic because we wanted to do this in person. We wanted to be with you and have the fun that we usually have with our guests. But
I know. Well, when the pandemic is over, well, I'll be there for sure. Guarantee it.
So my beer of choice for today is a Old Tomorrow Double Up Coffee Milk Stout.
Oh.
So it's a late evening or early evening recording. We're starting at just after 9 o'clock. So I'm hoping my other half doesn't expect me to go to bed anytime soon because this is an espresso.
Yeah, sorry, I ruined your normal drinking schedule. I have to do things quite later over here with my two young ones. Otherwise, it's not a good scene.
No, it's all good.
It's okay. We can drink it anytime.
What do you got?
I have Collective Arts Pineapple Vanilla IPA. Just a local beer that I enjoy. So I'm going to drink that tonight while we chat.
Perfect.
Nice.
What about yourself, Justin?
And I have here Great Lakes Brewery Canadian Pale Ale. Canuck
Nice.
Pale Ale.
Sounds like maybe you had one already.
Yeah.
I can never say brewery right.
This brewery, Great Lakes Brewery, it's in Cleveland, Ohio. It was right next to my high school.
Oh wow.
And so there was a Wendy's next to my high school and the brewery next to my high school. So playing soccer there, practices just smelled terrible. The smell of French fries and nuggets, 5-piece nuggets, and then you had the hops from the brewery. But it was right in our backyard, and of course I didn't drink at that time, but it always reminds me of home Great Lakes Brewery because especially around the Christmas time, they have a Christmas ale that is very popular in Ohio.
Nice.
Very good. So a little taste of the holidays for me.
Well, let's give them a go.
Yeah, let's go.
I also have my if you guys can see that, my Bremen glass there.
Oh, very nice.
At the end of 2014, when I first got here, TFC sent me and Colin Warner over to Bremen, Werder Bremen, to train for a little bit. Torsten Frings, who played at Toronto FC, was assistant coach there at the time. And they had us over there for a little training stint. And I got this glass over there in Bremen. And that's
Nice.
one of my favorite drinking glasses.
Very cool. Well, we'll have to get you one of ours. We'll send it to you somehow, or we'll wait until you're or we're all without the pandemic. The good fancy 2 guys, 1 beer glass is what I'm using tonight.
Beautiful. I'll expect it under the Christmas tree. That sounds like a nice Christmas gift.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Oh, that is coffee. That's caffeinated coffee. I don't even taste the beer.
You're going to be up all night now, Dan.
Yeah, if my eyes start going like this, I'm sorry. I'm just cluing right in. Oh, wow. What a year, Justin. How have you survived it? You're a busy, busy man.
With lots and lots of coffee. It's the only thing that got me through. No, it's just been a wild year all around. I don't have to state that too much. I think just happy to get towards the end of it, man, and look forward to brighter days. I know everyone's been hard hit by this thing, so I'm not going to talk about how bad it's been for us.
What I do have to say is congratulations to you and the rest of your Black Players for Change Coalition for winning the Humanitarian of the Year award. That's that's bigger than one person. What a fantastic way to give it to the group, the way they did, the way MLS
Yeah.
handed that out. That's amazing.
It was really fulfilling because all the finalists were from Black Players for Change, and it just made so much sense to give it to the group. We've all been pulling our weight here, and honestly, all the things that we've done wouldn't have been accomplished without the bigger group, anyways. So it's really fitting that they gave it to the group, and just happy to do the work. It's tough work. It's heavy. It's not easy being on these Zoom calls talking about racial issues all day, but it's nice to be acknowledged for having put in so much work and made a little bit of progress.
For sure. No, well done. Hats off to you and to the rest of the crew for that. Um, what is the plan for that going forward? Like the season ends in a few days with the MLS Cup playoffs coming around on the weekend. So that it doesn't go silent. Do you know what I mean? Do you guys? What's the roadmap of, like, is there going to be off-season stuff going on that fans like ourselves will know about, or is it just I know it sounds weird me saying it, or is it a seasonal thing? Which the issue obviously is not a seasonal thing.
Yeah, no, it's right now it's been a chaotic year because we only organized 6 months ago, right? And so
Yes.
we've been just dealing with events as they came. So much got thrown in our faces this year that we had to deal with all of the killings and the protests. And so I think we dealt very well with that. We created a lot of positive momentum, and now for December, at least, it's about planning for 2021 and how we want to get involved in local markets. You saw what Toronto FC did with the Unite campaign for the playoffs, and how we can be impactful with our local clubs and all the things that they can create there to support the communities that we're established in, where the training ground is at, where the stadium is at. So we're working for planning for programming for that for 2021. And then you'll see things as early as January. I mean, Martin Luther King Jr. Day is right around the corner. February is Black History Month. And there's just no shortage of opportunities to elevate the Black voice in that sense in 2021. So we'll do all of that and get started as early as January.
That's great.
And I'm assuming that all of that stuff will come out in an Instagram post, Twitter, via your Instagram, Twitter, however.
Yeah, it's been coming out. We have social medias on Instagram and Twitter. That's at BPC MLS. We have Facebook page. We have a website. And then, all of the guys do a really good job of pushing the message. The clubs have done a great job as well. Toronto FC and Maple Leaf Sports Entertainment are one of the clubs and organizations that's doing the most in this area, along with a handful of others. It's really nice to be a part of an organization that keeps this message at the forefront. And I think it's because, I know it's because this city is so diverse and it's such a key pillar of the city. Toronto FC's fans care about this. The Raptors fans care about this. Maple Leafs fans care about this. So it's really nice to be a part of, and I think you're going to see more coming forward.
Well done, and keep it going, and let's make the change happen.
Make change.
I'm sorry, you cut on me there, Chris.
Yeah, sorry.
It's all good. So you're back home. You've been back home for 2
good?
days. The quarantine for you, as you were chatting with us earlier, is over. So what's the first thing you're going to do? You're going to go to Costco because that's the only place you can go,
right? Yeah, everything's closed around here, isn't it? Maybe I'll go up to the training ground and get a workout in. I don't like sitting around too much. It's tough. It's tough. Like we were talking about, watching the playoffs. Watching is tough. It makes me anxious. I need to get out and let some of my energy out.
So you're feeling nice.
It's sad. Sorry, go ahead.
You're feeling nice and fit again. Then you're ready to just bust it out and go.
Yeah, I'm feeling good, man. It's been a while since I've been able to be on the pitch, so I'm very excited to get back after it, get my off season started in the right way.
Fantastic.
Good. And we're looking forward to you being back with us, hopefully.
Yeah, that's the goal. Everything has been very positive. I don't have to state too much how much I love this club and what it's meant to me as a human being, as a professional soccer player. I've given so much and the club's given so back, and I just want to continue to do that. And most importantly, I want to play in front of our fans again. Like it's a killer not being in front of our fans. We have the best atmosphere in Major League Soccer. I love playing in our stadium, and it's an absolute gut punch not to play there every weekend like we normally do and have that advantage. It's truly a special thing. I miss that.
So
we miss you.
Yeah, big time. What was that like this season, being in Hartford, playing stadium? I mean, I think you guys got one game in with 2,000 fans or something around that number, but
yeah,
it's got to be was it reminiscent of a high school game where nobody showed up to watch?
It was challenging, man. It's you really notice it. It really is a disadvantage to play in something like that. I think the club did an amazing job with the setup that they got going. I think it was the best that they could have done, and gave us, all the tools that we needed to be competitive like we normally are. But when you're headed into the playoffs and a knockout competition, you need that energy of the fans behind your back. And we missed that. I think it was very clear that we missed that. And so it's a tough thing. I think a lot of us were just trying to get through it. And not only Toronto FC, I really think that was true around the league. A lot of guys just were out there to get this year accomplished and get it done. And that's what it is in a pandemic year. And then we're all experiencing this for the first time. And so that's why we're so desperate to get back in front of our fans in 2021.
Yeah, fingers crossed it's going to happen.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. Tell me about that beer, Justin. What's it like? Any good?
Yeah, very good. It's pale ale is not my usual go-to. I'm a lager guy, but I like this one. It's not too strong. It's great.
So
too hoppy.
3 years ago to the day, you were hoisting the MLS Cup. And that's when I said to myself, you know what? I really, really need to get Justin on the show. And I'd been drinking, I don't know, I started really early. Obviously, it was a playoff game. It was the final. You and your team, our team, there we were. But I saw you later that night, maybe an hour and a half after the win. And I was wondering who was happier or who was more into the beverages. And I'm going to see if I can pull this up for you, because you're not going to remember this.
Oh, gosh.
You are styling with those glasses, my friend.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's a great picture. You know what? I don't think I took those glasses off for like 2 or 3 days.
Oh man.
And I remember very vividly during the parade having them on, spraying champagne a lot and having my eyes protected and going straight from the parade to the arena and having a celebration there. And when it ended, we came out of the arena and it was snow everywhere, complete snowfall. And I took the streetcar back west where I live, and I remember thinking, oh, this is perfect. This is a perfect situation. I have my glasses, my goggles. Nobody can recognize me, and my eyes are protected. It was perfect.
I mean, I love the fact that you said you could remember it vividly, because if any of the other players had any representation of how much partying you guys did. I don't know how you remembered it.
Well, it wasn't as cold as 2016, but it was cold that night. But then like literally right after the game it started snowing, and like it snowed the next day, because I remember going out with the guys and just being completely snowed.
Yeah.
I don't
I remember
even
the parade. Cold.
I don't even remember what time we got home that night, but it wasn't early. It wasn't early. We started upstairs in the West Club. Then we went and ended up in the Tunnel Club. Then they kicked us out of the Tunnel Club, and we ended up in an East End club party. So
you hit all the clubs.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna do it right.
It was a pub crawl.
It was a pub crawl at BMO Field.
Around the stadium.
It was a good time. It was a good night. We want more like that. I think that that this year could have been, had it been a normal year, but all of the struggles and hardships that everyone has had to go through, I'm sure that put a damper on everything. So it sucks to see Seattle heading there without us.
Yeah, for once they've been doing very well. That last game was incredible. I didn't think they were going to pull it off, and they did, like they do time and time again. So more motivation for us.
Yep.
So to stay on the positive stuff instead of talking about Seattle making it to the final, that's just going to make me have to go and get another drink. Give us, we've been talking about. Everybody's been talking about it. It's nonstop. What a tough year 2020 has been for everybody in every walk of life. Throw us a positive, Justin. Throw us the most positive thing thus far that's come out of 2020 for you personally.
Well, I think that's easy to say. Everything that we've accomplished with Black Players for Change sits atop for me. I think as a human being, it's just changed me for the better. I never saw myself in a leadership position like that, but I was chosen, and I think that's because I've gained the respect of my peers. And every step along the way, I've just tried to lead them in a very good way and guide them so that their ideas and, their hopes and dreams come to life, all at the same time while doing it with a collaborative spirit, and involving everyone. And so that's really boosted my education on the business side, on the leadership side, on the community side. And so I'm thankful for that. And I think through 2020 and all the hard things that we had to endure, each of us learned a little something about ourselves along the way, because it completely flipped our worlds upside down, right? Spending months on end at home in a way that we never thought that we would before, being scared for the next day and not knowing what's going to happen to ourselves, to our families, to our peers, to our community. And we've endured some heavy losses, that's for sure. But I think for us that are still here, there's light at the end of the tunnel. And we know that if we can go through a year like 2020, then we can persevere and look for better things on the other side, and we can stand these heavy tests. I think we know more about ourselves.
Well said. It brings me to a message I sent you back in late summer, midsummer, something like that, along the lines of, we've always respected you on the field. We've always been fans of you on the field. What you do and what you have done wearing the red jersey for Toronto FC, much love, much respect. But what you've accomplished this year off the field, words can't even express to you, Justin, how proud and how much respect we have for you and the Black Players for Change Coalition. And all the best. And if there's anything we can do in any way besides helping get the word out, getting the message out, and helping make change, because it needs to happen. And it should have happened decades, centuries ago. I want to thank you for coming on. and drinking a beer with us, Justin. It's long overdue, like you said, but we finally got her done. We'll have to do it again in 21 in person.
Sounds great to me. Thank you guys.
Thank you
Cheers,
so much,
Justin.
Justin.